What's up, gamers? Good ass day and good ass episode. This is like a like Lizard and Kin. The episode name is kind of about the Amazonians. This was my introduction to that faction, and I really did play hard with them, like hard and fast. In our next playthrough, I think is Amazonians, which I played hard and fast this time with them, but I really didn't go into them afterwards. Next playthrough or next episode, I didn't play them quite as hard as I should. Marcus Wolfhart, like the first half of this episode, then we're dealing with rats and then orcs. That's basically the entire episode. Not like spoiling, but just giving some forethought on what we're going to be versing. Outside of that, I'm getting over my sickness. Y'all can probably still hear it in my throat, but today was a good day. Second day at the gym. I just could not move the weight as much as I... Don't worry, I won't gym talk forever. We'll get back to the fucking killing floor here in a second. But weight just wasn't moving today. Like, I got up to that 7th rep with those 100-pound dumbbells, and every time I'd drop it, like, not drop it onto the ground, but, like, I'd push up, I just couldn't. I think because I was sick, my recovery... I had an inability to recover, which meant that, since I worked out yesterday, I just couldn't recover before today. And that'll improve. That definitely will improve. And I think working out today definitely probably provided some improvement. Now on to this, and then a little bit of extra talk about some future endeavors. If you guys would like to stay to talk about that, just stay a little while, and then I want to hear some opinions. Outside of that, click off if you're going to click off. It's fine, but I do want to talk about something a little bit interesting. So this talk, we're focusing infantry. We're actually doing some mean focusing of the ranged units, and we have these salamanders that are really good. They have these explosive missiles. I loved using them this time. I also just love using these Amazonians and these Saurus, as well as these Berserker Skinks. They did just really well. The Amazonians, I don't like zooming in on them. They're like a fucking nude model. Okay, on to the interesting shit, so I don't bore you fucks. I have a shit ton of Legos, like IRL. Just a whole shit ton. I'm thinking about showing them off at some point, maybe on a second channel. I'm also going to... I do D&D. I think I've talked about this before. At the point that this episode goes up, I might have already done this, but I have my own custom D&D setting right now, Faith and Pain, that I'm running my friend in. It's like a tower setting. You climb the tower, you level up, like a video game. And we're completing his first character right now, like a beta test. And I'm thinking about turning the second character into a podcast. Outside of that, I think on that channel, I am working on like a light novel thing, just to, like, keep my brain. I used to do short writing and like short writing competitions and short horror stories, some impromptu writing like SCP stuff that I did competitions through my school with, like what's it called, creative writing. And I'm thinking about maybe doing that some on this other channel. And then on this channel, I am working up. I'm finally feeling confident enough right now, as of recording. It'll be pretty far in the past for you guys. I am working up to doing some reviews of some of my favorite games ever. That I will probably do 3 or 4 times throughout the life of my channel. I will redo these reviews with what skills I've gained. And I just wanted to... I like the concept of a... what's it called? Like a time vault. No, it's like the message in the bottles for the future that people leave. Time cache, something like that. I know someone in the comments will get me with this. Oh, you're thinking of the Nickelodeon time vault or whatever. Like, thank you for that, by the way. I always respond to those comments because you guys are fucking smart. I am over here subpar IQ, so thank you guys. But point being, I like the idea that I'm talking right now about things I'm going to do. And those things are going to happen. I'm going to do those things. And then this video is going to go up, and you guys will get to hear my thought process, months in the future after, maybe even a year, based off of how much Warhammer I'm editing. Like, I'm just editing it at a better rate. And unless I increase my upload speed, it's going to be a different thing. I just think that is so wonderful that my thought processes in this and everything I do is getting shared in this like non-linear time. I like writing a lot about non-linear time, like time loops or whatever. I think time loops, if done right, can be really interesting, but I also think they're a shitty trope. Like, I was watching Resident Alien recently, and the fact that we learned that all of it's a time loop, that him crashing even, and this other alien he was chasing for a while is him from the future, that kind of fucked with me, but I think they did it all right. Like, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't the worst executed, but there's been a lot of stories that time loops will fuck me up a little bit. Like, I'll be like, come on, that's your escape. But like in the book, in the creative writing project I'm working on, I'm doing like there's a possible time loop thing, but not actually. It's like the universe, or the crisis exists in cycles, and to end your crisis, you have to start another one elsewhere. And I know this could spoil I eventually do publish this could be a spoiler, but like, I like the idea that you realize that everything you're fighting, they had to make the same sacrifice you're going to have to make. I think that's a okay use of the trope. Now, back to this. We're fighting some Skaven. We did kick Marcus Wolfhart's ass, and our Quetzal is doing really good. The Salamanders are really carrying, and then we have all these other units that are working at capacity I need them to work in. The Amazonians, and then our ranged skinks, and then our warrior skinks and sarses are just working as like this clashing front line. They're non-permanent units, meaning I'm going to get rid of them eventually, But I think the Quetzal and the Salamander are going to be pretty permanent units. If the Quetzal doesn't fucking die here, there's actually a good chance it might. We're hoping it just flees on out. I'm actually hard focusing it, as you saw. I am just evacuating him out the map, hoping he doesn't die, and we're going to have to kick these Skaven's ass. And then for sure... I'm not sure he made it out. And then for sure we are going to have to fight the Skaven again, which sucks. But as long as I'm dealing more damage to their troops, I am comfortable, fighting a second battle. It'll probably be underground or something, an interception, just to get this city. I'm not sure I'm going to keep the city. I might actually give it up, because I think there are Guardians of the Forest or Guardians of the Jungle, and then also some dwarves I want to make an alliance with. And I know this is what you guys want from the beginning, is me voicing over this episode like this. And I'm sorry I talked about my life and stuff. Well, I'm not sorry. I know that's not exactly why you're here. So, sorry for the derailments, not sorry for what I said. There. We're finishing up this battle. Unit losses is probably going to be inflicted, or at least leadership debuffs is going to mean whenever we clash, they either break or become terrified and rout. It's about all I can hope for from a battle like this. But we're going to wrap up this battle, no losses pretty much, and then we are going to head in again for a secondary battle. We might even... No, we can't do that, so I'm just going to siege them for a little while longer. I mean, I could refight that, but I think I chose not to. I'm not entirely sure why. Broken Skaven are easier to kill. No, never mind. I decided to fight it. I completely had a misremembrance of this. After I record this, you guys can already hear my voice going. I'm going to have to take a little bit of a break, probably even after this take. And then I am actually going to play more Zomboid. So last episode I talked about how I lost my save. I have, last night I pretty much played past the point before. I'm doing constant save backups now. I've actually installed some mods and messed with my files a little bit to make the stability better. I moved them to I forget what it's called, like a solid state drive. I don't exactly know computers, but I talked to my computer guy, the guy who built my PC, and he told me where to store the files for them to be safe. So, yeah, no, that's an update. I really did work hard on that, and I'm happy it worked hard, or it worked well. Let's do this thing. Keep kicking some rat ass. And then we have a good, another battle in here. The first, half of this video has been battles? I mean, you guys have gotten your fair share. That's what you're here for. Or at least that's why I watch Warhammer for. I've not mastered the artsy battle. I was watching, oh god, who is it? Maybe Grim Cleaper or someone. I've been watching like Warhammer playthroughs since before they hopped on, but I'm not trying to say I'm ahead of the trend or something, but I am. I've been playing Warhammer since I was like fucking 9. But point being, they hopped on the trend and they've just improved it so much. They are masters of their craft. Like I think it comes from like Call Me Kevin and like all these people who play a variety game channel, and maybe Oni Plays did it originally, but all these inspired creators who've come off of that, that ride, they're so great, and I'm going to endorse them every time. Like they inspire me so much every time I watch one of their videos. It improves me. They're the reason I started editing the way I did and actually editing the videos. I know I'm nowhere near as good as them. I think some of them have editors, some of them do it themselves, but they're just great and they have this loving community. I've heard they support each other and all this stuff, and it's just awesome. We've got to kick some Beastmen ass here. But as I was saying, they're absolutely wonderful. And one of them has this really artsy battle thing where they will play this music while they're battling. And this music will play and they won't talk over it. Like I talk over it. And I just they perfectly edit the battles. Like you get what happened in the battle without watching the whole battle. They show these scenes of people being steamrolled, and I think they have some blood mods or something, and they show these these clips of these people kicking some ass or getting steamrolled or all this or all that, and it's just beautifully done. Yeah, I can really never, I aspire to be like that, but I understand that I'm not the best editor, and it's not really. I do have a lot of creative. I want to say I have a capacity for creativity. I think everyone wants to say that, but I'm really good at stories and improv and and maybe not in videos being funny, but improving emotional scenes and world building. I would like to say those are a skill set I have and will always have. People pay me to run them D&D. And I don't take as intense notes as other DMs. This is not me trying to humble brag or anything at all, okay? This is a skill set I think I'm good at and I've worked very hard at, is creative writing and world building and all this stuff, within a world setting. And I've trailed on, but point being, I want to be like them in that, I'm going to work on my comedic timing and my video editing, and that's a creative capacity that I hope to get better at, as they have this capacity for creativity in this region of creativity that I don't have a skill set in, and it's something I admire. So that's just my shout out of the day, Grim Cleaper and all those guys. There's just so many of them. I'll shout them out by name someday, but they're the freaking best. If I got a comment from one of those guys, I'd fucking die. I would legit fall over dead. It would be over for me. Beyond that, That was a good ass battle, and the rest of this video is kind of chilling. We've just got to go wipe this dude out, essentially follow him all the way down, beat the hell out of him. We're going to keep our purity, and then we're going to go fight this dude pretty hard. We've got the Amazonians here in our capital. This is our second army. It's this little Amazonian army that kind of kicks some ass. Like, they're, the Amazonian whole setting. I like the faction. I wish there was a setting to, like, throw a sheet over them. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I can show them on YouTube. Like, I'm sorry, YouTube has, like, VODs of YouTube, of, like, what are they called? Like, the Twitch hot tub streamers. Like, you go, girl, but, I'm not here to see them all pushed up or whatever. That's not exactly what I'm playing Warhammer for. It's a nice model, and I do think it's accurate to the Amazonian stereotype. So, yeah, it's nice, but I'm not sure how YouTube thinks of it, as they're not exactly the most forthcoming with exactly how they view everything within context. Outside of that, we're working our way up here. We're kicking some serious ass. You can see there's a lot of turns between. I spent a lot of time in camp and everything. You can see I got my final army kind of up here. I got a lot of chameleon, the ranged ones. Just got rid of a lot of our Amazonians, and that is not because they weren't good. We transferred them to the Amazonian lady because she could buff them better. And then we are pushing up here. Master Mundy actually comes to us, and he's like, hey, thank you for that. Like, you helped us out. And he offers us a defensive alliance, which means we have an alliance both to the south and to the north. And both of them are powerful legendary lords compared to us, who's more of a minor lord who's, steamrolled through because they're being controlled by me. The best strategist. Okay, strategist. Outside of that, no, it's pretty much the end of the episode. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and wherever you're watching this. Hope you guys come back for more. If not, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope to see you guys again next time. If not, that's okay. Positive affirmations. Thanks for the view, whatever you do give me, watch time. It means the fucking world to me. I can never thank you guys enough. I mean, I keep improving on what I do and how I do it and everything else. So thank you for your time, for your contribution. All of it means the fucking world.